Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Let's get this on there. We'll get that on there. We'll get that on there. We'll get this on there. We'll get that on there. We'll get this on there, that on there, and then save. And then, hi, everybody. Now we're good to go. Now the show has begun. Hi, everybody. Trump, the Mossad, and the CIA is planning a false flag attack on the United States of America, most likely a drone strike on California in order to, the old rally around the flag effect. They're trying to get Americans on board to continue to escalate this conflict. Thank you for that, Tussie. What have you got for me? While we drop another $1 billion on the war every day, well, that number is not true. We are just finding out that we have been lying. We are not spending $1 billion a day. We are spending $3 billion a day. That we've just found out, so I will edit that for you. Bang. Our homeless veterans could have been housed with an additional $1 billion in housing assistance for them while we keep dropping more bombs. Remember, Ku Klux Caroline Levitt's testimony was only a couple of weeks ago, and the Epstein files have been released since then. Yada, yada, yada. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. Runs new Supreme Leader not backing down. We know that. Manufactured consent, false flag propaganda. I love how we're all on the same wavelength. Thank you for the $2 membership. Boss makes $1, I make $1. That's why I'm getting drunk on company time. You're damn right. I like how we're all on the same fucking wavelength here. You know what I'm saying? We all know what's coming. We all know what's coming, right? Excuse me. Whoa. That's a community member's dog that you wanted to show me. I like that little fat boy. I like him. Big fan of him. These are feet pics. Of who? Oh, I saw this. Trump makes everybody wear these big ass shoes so that his fat, disgusting, spilling, diabetic ankles don't look so fat when compared to theirs. I saw that. We'll talk about that. Jake Paul. Yep, we're going to talk about that. Jake Paul got endorsed by Donald Trump to run for public office. We're going to have to get that clip up. Trump plays Ave Maria while someone passes out from heat exhaustion at his rally. I saw that. Cuba flotilla being prepared. That will not be allowed in. DOGE members fail to explain what DEI is. I think I saw that clip too. Yep, we're going to talk about that. I like that. That's a funny little clip. Iran is not backing down. Trump claims, yeah, I've got that ready. Yep, Trump said, yeah, we're literally all on the same wavelength, guys. I'm turning you into me. I have all this shit already queued up. Like, Trump's claiming that there's Iranian sleeper cells. I've got that. Lindsey Graham, where is he? Where's Lindsey? Here he is. Lindsey Graham claiming that we're killing all the right people. What you guys didn't get was Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz saying the same thing, that we're at high risk of a terror attack. U.S. Senator says Israel made us do it. Yep, that one's important. We'll have that queued up. FBI warns of potential. Yeah, we've talked about that. Chuck Schumer, Freudian slip. What was his Freudian slip?
Israel, forced the U.S.'s hand here, box the U.S. in on this?
Look, no one wants a nuclear war. No one wants a nuclear Israel, but we certainly don't want an endless war, plain and simple.
Freudian slip there, cuck. Did you mean to say nuclear Iran?
Simple. What did I say?
Nuclear Israel.
Oh, no. Got it. Let me say that again. No one wants an endless war, but we certainly don't want a nuclear Iran. That's for sure. Okay?
I don't want a nuclear Israel. I don't want that. Try to position yourself as a force for global stability. Erica Kirk backs J.D. Vance's potential 2028 bid. Of course she fucking does. Erica Kirk Erica Kirk appointed to Air Force Academy Board? CIA. You are in the CIA. CIA. CNN just discovered the Epstein tapes. The fuck are you talking about?
Tonight, a CNN investigation revealing unredacted videos of young women, including at least one minor who says she's just 15.
I love that this says it's over for Trump. No, it isn't. This is the United States of America. We harbor pedophiles. We love pedophiles. Our government loves pedophiles. If you think Trump is going to face any fucking consequences for what he did in the Epstein files, you are so fucking naive. Donald Trump will die happy. He will not ever pay consequences for any of his crimes. You need to swallow that fucking pill. That is reality. Is it an unacceptable reality? Yes. Is it also reality? Yes. Maybe some people will suffer consequences for it, but never in a fucking million years will we ever put a former president or a current president in prison. Never fucking ever. It makes us look weak on the world stage. It reminds the entire world, hey, not only is that guy a pedophile, but you elected a pedophile. Never in a million fucking years will he face a single consequence for that shit. Never. However, I will have that queued up. We will watch that a little bit. All right. Now we've got links. Good shit, gang. Good shit, gang. 0% eccentric dreams, 0% chance that will ever happen. Even if that did happen, they would cut the feed. The feeds are done like 60 seconds after what happens live. They would cut the feed. They would never allow you to witness it. Oh, thank you for the $5 and thank you for the €5. I appreciate you guys. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? We could dive in. Are you guys ready? Thanks for becoming a member for 10 months. Been a member for almost a full year now. Huge thank you to both you, Chris, as well as the mods. Watching y'all grow here has been a pleasure. Yeah, dude, I mean, I'm nothing without you guys. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Locked in? Locked in? Ready to go? Ready to go? Y'all have been lacking on the donations recently. Really fucking lacking. I need $1,000 stat. I need $1,000 right now. I need $1,000 donation right now. Or else I end the stream. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I would never do that. Would I? Who knows? That's for me to know and you to find out. All right, y'all ready? 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 You know what, guys? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know if donations are working right now. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. I don't even know if donations are working right now. Could somebody find out if donations are working right now? Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. $100 million to Israel now. Thank you for the $50. I appreciate that. $400 billion to Israel now. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You guys are massive W's. Massive W's across the fucking board. Did you just say holy cunt? It's the first time I was able to catch you live. You said holy cunt. Isn't that just Mother Mary? Right? She had a holy cunt. Right? Every woman has a holy cunt. If you think about it. Right? Thank you for the $5, Wendigo Woman. Thank you for the $20 missing space. Far cry from 1K, but here's so much love to your boy. Fuck Donald Trump. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $5. Boss makes $5. I make a dime. Still getting drunk on company time with company liquor. You damn right. You damn right. You damn right. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships from Nelson. Holy fucking shit. Now, ain't that a good mod? Now, what's funny about that is Nelson knows he's going to get all that money back when he gets fucking paid. You son of a bitch. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you for the $2. Thank you for the $2 and thank you for the $2. I appreciate you all. Does that say Mossad? Nope, it says mood. Okay, thought it said Mossad. Much appreciate, much appreciate, much appreciate, much appreciate, much appreciate. Chatter just said I worked with somebody who had 2 vajayjays. Put him in the corner for 60 seconds so we could think about what he just typed. Thank you for the $5. Take my money. Lol, by the way, I saw the Doomsday plane flying around my city a couple weeks ago. Well, that's horrifying. Thank you for the $5. Been watching for almost a year. Finances are tough, but I try to stick around. Shout out to all the OGs and the new peeps. I appreciate you guys. Listen, financial times are hard for everybody, you know, like this is a brutal economy. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for the $7. Thank you for the $2. My last dollars. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys are going fucking crazy. Thank you for the $7. Thank you for the $5. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck are you guys doing? I was joking. You know, I at the end of the day, I was joking about sending me $1,000. But I mean, thank you for the $5 box of juice. I appreciate that. What the fuck is going on right now? This is a lot of money. This is a lot of donations coming in. I'll take more. I'll take more, please. I don't even know if the donations are working. Can somebody find out if the donations are working? I'm just fucking with you. You're going to give it back to me, and that's okay. Exactly. My mods know that their donations come right back into their fucking pockets. A quick bella ciao to start the day before we begin the show. Una mattina mi sono alzato. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh, partigiano, portami via. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via. Che mi sento di morir. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $2. I am a stripper. Thank you for the $10. Viva Valenti! Is a cry across the sea. We are united in this fight for liberty. Viva Valenti! We fight for liberty! Thank you for the $100 Qatari dollars, if that's what that is. Been watching you for months. The only facts about much love from Lebanon and Qatar. Keep your fucking head down, son. We got dumbass flyboys ready to fuck your shit. Thank you for the $3. Thank you for the $4. Thank you for the $10. Instructions unclear. Sent $1 billion to Israel, as did I. Always remember, guys, every dollar you send me will be directly sent to the great nation state of Israel. Folks, we're using this money to give free health care to the Zionist apartheid regime of Israel. Thank you for the $2, folks. I'll be using that in the ballroom, believe it or not. Ooh. Ooh. We love that, folks. Big fan, big fan. Anyway. I think it's time to start the show. Is it time to start the show? I think it's time to start the fucking show. Are you ready, folks? We're gonna start the show. Ooh, we're gonna start the show, folks. It's gonna be a good show. Y'all ready? Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. Donald Trump, the CIA, and Mossad are planning a false flag drone attack in California. Come back here when it fucking happens. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm pretty fucking sure I'm right. On top of that, the war is escalating. The Iranian
program. It's why he created the Artemis Accords, and it's why on my first day in the job, President Trump signed the executive order on American superiority.
I didn't click nothing, man. I didn't even click nothing. Now that's Mossad. Okay, but anyway, what I was saying is the war is escalating. Iran is sinking American oil tankers. There are over 150 American casualties confirmed by the U.S. government. That number is a lie. You can multiply that by about 5. I'm assuming we have 750 plus U.S. casualties. So we have that. Erica Kirk has been promoted to the Air Force Academy Board. That's because Erica Kirk is a CIA agent. She has been embedded with the Trump regime for over 30 fucking years. She was handpicked by the Trump modeling agency when she was a child. What else do we have to talk about? Multiple U.S. senators are now claiming that not only is there a Israeli false flag attack coming, but that we quite literally are fighting this war for Israel. Granted, if you needed me to tell you that, you might be a fucking moron. And also, the White House is posting some of the most unhinged shit I've ever fucking seen. Genuinely the most unhinged shit I've ever seen. So, before we dive in, let me just give you a quick reminder. Hi, how are ya? I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm a dirtbag leftist, also known as a socialist. There's nothing I hate more than fascism. This right here is real independent media. Okay, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. What independent media means is I have no sponsors. I have no advertisements. I refuse to do ad reads. I'll never have a conversation with a billionaire or a government or a PAC or any of that shit. So you can actually trust that what I'm telling you is the fucking truth, and I'm not bought out by like the rest of these fucking cocksuckers. So if you do want to support this channel financially, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You could buy merch, like the posters behind me. Why is this fucking crooked? I'm such a dumb piece of shit. You could buy merch merch, like the posters behind me. We also have hoodies. Thank you for the $50 donation. We also have mugs and shirts and all that shit. You know how it is. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member for $5. That'll give you access to member-only content, and you can become a patron on Patreon. Thank you very much for all the patrons. Thank you very much for everybody who's ever donated a single dollar to the channel. I appreciate you a lot. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Costs you nothing, helps me immensely. Luigi, for the love of God, I'm trying to start the show. You can't be fucking doing this. Luigi! That's High Valyrian for calm down and obey. And see, the thing is, I trained her in High Valyrian as a puppy, as a joke, and now it's the only fucking thing she understands. Anyway, let's just do this. So, first thing I want to show you is from Commander of the Dark Woke Legion, Commander Kalinsky. He says, I'm simply in awe of how dishonest the movement is, an entire ideology and government built on relentless, shameless lies. And that comes from the Senate Republicans, the Senate GOP, posting on Twitter, 94% of MAGA Republicans approve of Operation Epstein's Fury. This is so blatantly incorrect that even Grok corrected it. So the community note says, this poll only includes Americans that identify as MAGA Republicans. It uses fine print to trick the reader into believing widespread support for the war in Iran. Only 25% of Americans support the war in Iran. Now, this is because the people who call themselves the silent majority, they are actually the screaming minority. They are the cry bullies, right? They're the people who punch you in the face and then start sobbing and weeping when you're willing to fight back, right? So never let them fool you into thinking that the majority of Americans support this. This isn't even the majority. This is them claiming that 94%. And then they put really tiny right there of MAGA Republicans. So this is bullshit. This should come to no surprise for you. The entire Republican Party is a death cult that praises a pedophile. All right, so let's move on here. Iran's new impotent supreme leader, I don't know why the fuck they put that word. Iran's new impotent supreme leader releases his first statement after reports that he's in a coma and had his leg amputated. So this is not confirmed, but there are reports that the new supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, I know that's confusing because the last supreme leader, the one that we assassinated about a week ago, was also Ayatollah Khamenei. I know it's confusing, but the new Ayatollah Khamenei has allegedly been hit by a fucking strike while he was in a car and it blew off his fucking legs. And he's in a coma. Now, that's alleged. Now, the thing is, it might be true because he wasn't there for his, swearing in ceremony on Monday, becoming the new Ayatollah. However, there are some statements from him. There's a new statement that came out today. Maybe he's alive. We don't know. But I do want to point out the fact that we assassinated an 86-year-old dotard, okay, with fucking pancreatic cancer who was actually anti-nuke. Okay, the previous Ayatollah Khamenei, the one we assassinated last week, that guy was such an Islamic fundamentalist that he correctly believed that nuclear weapons were an affront to Allah, right? Now, here's the thing. He's right. Nuclear weapons are an affront to any and all gods. There is no religion on planet Earth that would actually advocate for weapons capable of shifting tectonic plates and obliterating millions in the blink of an eye, right? So he was already a little bit of a weak little fucker, and his own, Iranian military leaders were like, nah, dude, we need nuclear weapons. The thing is, they're right. If Iran had a nuclear weapon, we would never have had the audacity to do the shit that we have done. How do I know that? We never touched North Korea. We never touched China. We never touch Russia. We don't have the audacity to touch nations that have nuclear weapons. We don't even fucking touch Pakistan because they have nuclear weapons. Okay? So who knows if this is fucking real, but we're going to talk about this. Oh, but before we do, I want to point out, we assassinated an 86-year-old fucking dotard who was anti-nuke and replaced him with his younger, sprier, way more radical son who just witnessed his father, mother, wife, children, brother, sister, and nieces and nephews all get murdered by his mortal enemy in one fucking day. Oh yeah, death safer now. 100%. We're deaf a lot safer now. Do I have a big booger in there and not one of you fucking told me? Deaf safer now, you stupid red hat wearing fucking troglodytes. Iran's new supreme leader, Mohammad Khamenei, allegedly released his first statement Thursday, vowing to use the lever of closing the Strait of Hormuz to international energy shipping. I also want to remind you that Star Wars began because of shutting down a shipping lane. That's the whole thing, is the blockade on a shipping route starts Star Wars. That's the fucking point that we're at, except America is the evil empire. All right, so here's a message. I assure everyone that we will not refrain from avenging the blood of your martyrs, the Supreme Leader said. The retaliation we have in mind is not limited only to the martyrdom of the great leader of the revolution. Rather, every member of the nation who is martyred by the enemy constitutes a separate case in the file of revenge. See, this motherfucker is way more radical than his daddy, okay? And that's the fucking problem. His daddy was at least willing to negotiate. His daddy accepted the deal, said, I ain't gonna build no nuclear weapons, but it didn't fucking matter. And now we have just radicalized fucking millions of Iranians who did not understand why their parents hated America. And now they understand, son. All right, we got more to talk about. Here's what he looks like, by the way, if you're interested, if you're curious. He looks exactly like his dad, except younger. Not even fucking kidding. He looks exactly like his dad, except younger. Now, I believe there was something in here talking about how he potentially had his fucking legs blown off. Where is it? Here it is. So the statement came after an Iranian source claimed to The Sun that Khamenei was actually in a coma and undergoing intensive care at the Sina University Hospital in Tehran. Quote, one or two of his legs have been cut off. His liver or stomach has also ruptured. He is apparently in a coma as well, the source alleged. Other Iranian sources insisted Khamenei had only suffered minor injuries, including a fractured foot, bruised eye, and face lacerations during the initial wave of airstrikes, and was sheltering inside a highly secure location. Dude, it's like David and Goliath, and we're Goliath, and every time we fucking kill David, some other guy comes up and goes, I am David! It's like that fucking scene from Spartacus, you know, where they're like, I am Spartacus! I am Spartacus! No, I am Spartacus! Like, this is a new forever war. What are you gonna do? You're gonna assassinate this motherfucker? They're gonna have a new one in 5 minutes. It's so fucking stupid. Could you imagine somebody approaching you going, hey, Ayatollah's dead. You wanna be the Ayatollah? And you're like, what? I thought you guys already picked the new Ayatollah. They go, yeah, no, he's dead. Huh? So wait, a little bit of a booger there. So wait, you want me to be just the next target? Dude, I have such a big booger in there. I gotta blow my fucking nose. Ah, fuck you. I don't really give a shit. See, this is why I'm relatable to you guys, okay? Because, like, I'm not gonna cut the fucking recording to get rid of a booger. I'm just gonna keep on fucking going, and you can suck my fucking dick and eat shit. All right, more here. Iran vows to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed in new leader's recent statement. Let's get a look at this footage here. Pretty sure that's a U.S. oil tanker burning. Why the fuck are you making that noise? Are you shitting me, brother? I don't know who this is. I don't know who the fuck you are. Are you really gonna look at it and go, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Let me hear that again. Oh my God, bro. Okay. Iran will fight and keep the Strait of Hormuz shut, new Supreme Leader Mahatma Khamenei said on Thursday in a statement read out on state television. Oh, in a defiant address, Khamenei said Iran's neighbors should close all U.S. bases in their territory, which Iran will continue to attack. Also, excuse me, these, you know, like the neighbors to Iran that have U.S. bases in there, they're correctly pointing out, like, yo, you're only shooting down the missiles that are headed to Israel. What the fuck? We let you have a base here, and you're not doing shit to protect us? You're not even attempting to shoot them down? And that's the thing, we're literally not even attempting. We're not even fucking attempting to shoot them down. Tankers ablaze in Iraqi ports shortly after his address. The Revolutionary Guards announced that in keeping with his orders, they would keep the strait shut. By the way, this comes as yesterday Trump announced complete and total victory. He literally had his George W. Bush mission accomplished moment. 2 tankers were ablaze in the Iraqi port on Thursday after hit by a suspected Iranian explosive-laden boat. a step up in attacks that have cut oil from the Middle East. Meanwhile, Trump is saying, he's like, no, we're going to give you political insurance and the Navy's going to escort your oil tanker across the strait. The Navy then came out and said, no, the fuck we're not. We are not doing that. And that's because Donald Trump is a pathological liar, and you need to be next to fucking retarded if you think that he'll ever tell you an accurate statement. Global energy supplies disrupted. The war that began with the Axis of Epstein bombing campaign at the end of February has so far killed around 2,000 people. That's not true. It's probably around 6,000, and caused what the International Energy Agency describes as the biggest disruption in global energy supplies in history. Thanks, Donald. Here's what the White House is posting. I actually don't even know if I could play this music for you, but I'm gonna try. That's all you need to know. That's the music that's being played. Now I'm gonna mute it. Bum, 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 like, dude, you can't make this shit up. This is all a game to them. And of course it's a fucking game to them. They have like 19-year-old unfuckable incels in charge of the White House Twitter account while they send young American boys and girls to fight and die in the name of Jeffrey Epstein and Benjamin Netanyahu. Thanks, GI. Go spill blood for fucking pedophilia. Unbelievable. All right, so now let's move on to the false flag. Breaking. The FBI has warned police departments in California that Iran wants to retaliate for American attacks by launching offensive drones against the West Coast, according to an alert reviewed by ABC News. I have this article queued up for you, but again, if you don't think this is an Israeli false flag event, I have a fucking bridge to sell you, dude. First of all, do you think a Shahed drone can cross an ocean? An entire fucking ocean? The answer is no. Okay? Second of all, how the fuck did you even get this information? How the fuck did you even get this information? Bull fucking shit. Israeli Hasbara, Israeli false flag event. Just like 9/11. But that's a conversation most people aren't ready to have. Okay, I've got the article for you. Oh, it does come with a little coverage, so we might as well watch the coverage, too.
Breaking tonight, this war. Now the FBI warning right here at home. The FBI alerting authorities that Iran wants to strike the U.S. homeland, possibly launching attack drones in the West. And tonight, President Trump is asked if he's concerned about a potential domestic terror attack. Here's Aaron Katersky.
Tonight, with the war against Iran in its 12th day, a new warning about how Iran may retaliate. In recent days, the FBI alerted police departments in California that Iran wants to launch attack drones against the West Coast. The alert, reviewed by ABC News, cites recently acquired information that Iran aspires to conduct a surprise attack.
Yeah, recently acquired information from a fucking Mossad agent.
Using drones from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland, specifically against unspecified targets in California.
Through its operatives, its proxies, its relationship with criminal organizations, Iran has the expertise, the personnel, the access to equipment to conduct a drone attack here in the United States.
My fucking ass, bro.
Now it has the incentive.
The FBI declined to comment, and we did not hear back from the White House. But today, President Trump said he is unconcerned about an Iranian strike on the United States.
Mr. President, are you worried, sir, about a domestic terror attack backed by Iran here, sir? No.
Iran is already using drones to retaliate, launching a wave of Shahed 136 drones that have struck the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia and buildings in Bahrain, Kuwait, and the United Arab Emirates. And tonight, the Michigan-based medical equipment company Stryker says it was hit by a cyber attack, and there are indications a pro-Iran hacking group may be behind it.
No, that's Israel. Also, I want you guys to understand, like, people our age, I'm 28, people our age are a little bit older. We think of war and we think of tanks and helicopters and boots on the ground and planes. That is no longer what modern warfare is. Modern warfare is drones and cyber attacks, okay? People have finally learned that if you truly want to cripple a nation, you target their economy. You don't need to take out their fucking soldiers, bro. Like, for example, if you wanted to destroy the United States of America, all you got to do is devalue the US dollar and take out our satellites. You take out our satellites, we lose our power, we lose our electricity, we'll destroy ourselves in 4 weeks. There's only one nation on earth strong enough to destroy the United States of America. And it's the United States of America. You just turn us against ourselves, we'll fucking cannibalize. We'll literally just fucking eat ourselves, dude.
And David, that cautionary alert to police in California contained no information about Iran's aspirational targets or timing. Governor Gavin Newsom's office saying tonight, David, that it's actively working to protect California communities. David?
Aaron, they're calling.
Such fucking bullshit. It is such fucking bullshit, dude. All right, here's Trump talking about, like, dude, he's so excited for this false flag event that he can't help but tell us it's coming.
They try to hit us back. Have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are. We've got our eye on all of them, I think.
Is it dozens?
They came in through the open border policies of...
Dude, he's so excited that he's already come up with the excuse for after it happens, going, listen, folks, this would have never happened if Joe Biden didn't let them in. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Sleepy Joe Biden, one of the worst president in the history of our country. And we've got our eyes on all of them. But the war itself is being prosecuted at a level that nobody's seen before. It's pretty amazing to watch.
Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing to watch as we bomb more children's schools. Yeah, just so you know, we've done that. We've bombed multiple fucking schools. We have murdered hundreds of children, thousands of women, thousands of civilians. We don't give a fuck about the sanctity of life, and we're barely even targeting their military. All right, now we have closeted homosexual and warmonger Lindsey Graham. Not only is he flexing about us murdering all of these people, but he accidentally told the world that we're out of fucking ammo, which is exactly what I've been telling you for 2 weeks.
So I just want to say, I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation.
And of course, he's at the Republican Jewish coalition.
We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes. Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II.
We've run out of bombs? Did you just tell the entire world that the United States of America has run out of bombs? Are you a fucking moron? Like, I'm an anti-imperialist, but even I would never say that. Why the fuck? And also he goes, and we're cutting your taxes. Yeah, I bet you are cutting the taxes of that crowd. That's all I'll say on that. I bet you are. I bet you are. You know, you're not cutting the taxes for me. You're not cutting the taxes for anyone in this fucking chat. But I'm pretty certain you're not lying about cutting their fucking taxes. All right, got more for you here. Here's Ted Cruz, equally as excited about the false flag event that is incoming.
Are you concerned about sleeper cells? There's been discussion of that.
Look, the risk of terrorism right now is quite high. We tragically saw in Austin, Texas, just last weekend, we saw a terrorist attack.
Another false flag. I don't know if you know what if you know what he's talking about, but there was a mass shooting in Austin, Texas, and the guy who did the mass shooting was wearing a shirt that said "Property of the Ayatollah." Oh, sorry. It said "Property of Allah." That's what it said. That's what it said. I'll bet you fucking money the CIA and Mossad had that guy's family at gunpoint. They said, you're going to do this or they're going to get it. And then they probably also got it after he fucking did it.
We also saw another terrorist attack in New York City. There is a heightened danger of terrorism right now, and I will say it is particularly indefensible that Democrats have shut down the Department of Homeland Security while we are facing an enhanced terrorist risk. The Department of Homeland Security exists to guard against terrorist attacks.
No, it doesn't. The Department of Homeland Security exists to round up and deport brown people.
The danger has never been higher than right now, particularly after 4 years of open borders under Joe Biden. We know that radical Islamic terrorists entered this country, and there's a vulnerability all across this country. It is disgraceful and indefensible for the Democrats to vote party line not to fund the Department of Homeland Security right now. We need to open it up and fully fund it.
Got it.
Just so you know, guys, what he is saying is the same talking point that they used to say about funding the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, right? So back in the day, the war, it was happening. It was 100% happening. And what a lot of Democrats or just like anti-war politicians would do is they would vote no on sending more money to the U.S. military because they couldn't vote on pulling our troops out. And then that was spun by the Republican Party and state-controlled media known as Fox News as saying, you want our soldiers to die. You don't want them to have ammo. You don't want them to have body armor. You are pro-terrorist. Now that is exactly what they are spinning here, which is that if you do not vote to fund the Department of Homeland Security, which is currently has a mass Gestapo Nazi unit called ICE patrolling the United States, literally terrorizing and murdering U.S. civilians in the fucking street, executing them in the fucking street. So if you don't want them to be funded, that just means that you're pro-terrorist. That just means that you want terrorist stuff to happen. That is the way that they're going to try and fucking spin this. This is because, as I've said before, the Republican Party is a fucking death cult. Even Tucker Carlson thinks that this is a fucking false flag.
And what does it mean to win? Well, the most obvious and often repeated observation about this conflict is totally true. Iran's threshold for victory is very low. It just needs to survive.
Yep.
The regime has to remain intact. Now, in order to change the regime, everyone pretty much agrees you would need ground forces. You need troops, boots on the ground, American boots on the ground, in order to do that. And there is zero appetite for that in this administration, much less in the country. Israel would like us to commit ground troops, obviously, but it would take a lot to get us to do that. It would take some sort of terror attack in the United States, probably like 9/11, in order for us to do that. But that hasn't happened yet. We pray it never happens. So at this point, we're not going to commit ground troops, which does sort of put the whole exercise in perspective.
We already have ground troops, by the way. He is lying. The whole like Kurdish forces invading Iran, those are led by U.S. military advisors. Those are ground troops. Those are always the first people to die in conflict. Happened in Vietnam, happened in Iraq, happened in Afghanistan, right? These are like CIA agents who are embedded training some sort of coalition force to lead the first charge.
If Iran's burgeoning nuclear program was really a threat to our core national security interests, then of course we would commit ground troops, because any threat to our core national security interests merits committing ground troops. But this one didn't. And the people who decided this were told, or believed somehow, that we could effect regime change from the air, because Iran was in a pre-revolutionary stage, and all we needed to do was...
Where's the uprisings? You know, we thought that this whole thing would lead to like the Iranian people rising up and taking over their government. It's done the complete opposite. It has led to the Iranian people rising up in support of their martyred Ayatollah, chanting death to America louder and more often than they ever fucking have.
Topple the head figure, like dominoes cascading, that would set off a chain reaction that installed a pro-Western government in Tehran. That was the argument. These arguments always seem ludicrous. In retrospect, you always laugh at them. Really? Did you really think that? Well, apparently we really did. But almost 2 weeks in, that has not happened. By the way, that would be a great outcome.
You're a fucking idiot.
Because it would end the war.
You're so fucking stupid. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so now, false flag event is escalating. So this is from Fox Nashville. The Army is offering up to $5,000 for information about 4 drones that were stolen from Fort Campbell. And these are the people that they claim stole the drones. And I do love this correction from Power to the People at Proud Socialist. Correction. 4 drones were allowed to be taken in order to prepare for the upcoming false flag attack. They cannot get away with this shit in the internet era. I want to correct this. Correction, 4 drones were allowed to be taken by the CIA and Mossad in order to prepare for the upcoming false flag attack. First of all, what do you mean they stole 4 drones, bro? What do you mean they just folded them up and put them in their pocket and walked out? It's like one of the largest bases we fucking have, dude. If they're probably still on base right now trying to escape. This is such fucking bullshit, dude. You expect me to believe that these 2 assholes walked in there, stole 4 drones, and walked out? You really expect me to believe that? What's next? Is Santa Claus real? Oh my fucking God. Okay, I do want to show you this fucking orangutan looking ass dumb motherfucker with ears that could flap him up into the skies. This is the NASA administrator going on Fox talking about why it's a good thing we attacked Iran. Now, if you're curious why the fuck is NASA talking about this shit, it's because there is nobody in the Trump regime who is not a fucking loyalist to the Fuhrer.
100% agree with President Trump.
You fucking monkey-looking ass bitch.
Senator Graham, in that respect, you absolutely can never let a country...
Jesus Christ, I know I can't stress this enough, but this has got to be the biggest fucking ears I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Where they chant death to America, have nuclear weapons and highly enriched uranium. You don't even need to use that material to make a bomb. You can simply scatter that material and you can create radiological issues for lots of people and shut down entire areas of land. That
space technology used in Operation Epic Fury. You mean satellites? You fucking idiot. You fucking asshole. What do you mean? What, did we send Space Force in their fleet of X-Wings? Did we activate the Death Star? What the fuck do you mean? Space technology used. You fucking assholes. And I got more here for you. Here, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Is space becoming the next battlefield? And is America ready for that?
It's already there, but I will say that space is already the ultimate high ground. It is a battlefield. I will just say we have the best president, loves space, understands the understands.
The president loves space? He loves space. Why? Because it's the one fucking place he'll be able to escape to when the nukes start falling? What the fuck are we talking about?
The importance of space. It's why he created the Space Force in his first term. It's why he created the Artemis program. It's why he created the Artemis Accords. And it's why on my first day in the job, President Trump signed the executive order on American superiority in space.
No point in whispering around this guy, bro. He's got fucking echolocation. He'll hear you coming. All right. Now I want to talk about one of our generals here. Check this out.
In the war. And what I've observed over the course of studying air power in history is that anytime you attack a civilian population, you usually end up finding that it just hardens their resolve. We take this all the way back to the London Blitz in World War II.
Also, when we firebombed Dresden, Churchill thought that if we firebombed Dresden, which was primarily civilians, that it would turn the civilians against the Third Reich in Nazi Germany, because they'd be like, you couldn't defend us, and now we're being attacked. You know what it did do? It increased recruitment levels across the entirety of the fucking region, bro. When you murder civilians, you validate their government.
The Brits just had a stiff upper lip and kept on fighting, and I think that's what we've seen in Ukraine as well. In the war.
Oh, so surprising that when you fucking bomb my nation, kill my family, and murder my leadership, I suddenly become more nationalistic. Such a fucking surprise. Here's a U.S. senator literally saying that we were dragged into this war by Israel. This is Senator Chris Murphy.
And if the nuclear program isn't the reason, as poor Ted Cruz, I never thought I'd put those three words together, is over there talking about nukes. And we know that the intelligence did not suggest that an attack was imminent from Iran. What is left? Why are we at war with Iran?
Great question. Yeah, great question. I mean, the simplest explanation, might be the one that they gave 24 hours in, that they've kind of tried to backtrack since then, which is that Israel made us do it. That Bibi decided.
Why are we at war with Iran? Oh, Israel made us do it. Israel, a nation smaller than New Jersey, made the United States of America start World War III. I wonder how they have that level of geopolitical pull on the world stage. Perhaps it has something to do with the vault in Tel Aviv containing videos of Donald Trump raping children. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't fucking know.
Decided on this timeline. Netanyahu decided he wanted to attack.
Oh, President Netanyahu, the longest serving president of the United States of America.
And he convinced Trump to join him by scaring Trump into believing that U.S. assets in the region would be at risk. And so Trump was...
Oh, now U.S. assets in the region are at risk.
Better off just joining Netanyahu. I hope that isn't the full explanation, but you're right. As we are now hearing that the nuclear program is not part of their targeting campaign.
It's because they don't have a nuclear program. Let me explain something to you. If you believe that Iran has been making a nuke this entire time, then you also believe that they have been trying to make one for 47 years and still haven't done it. If you believe that Iran does have a nuclear weapon, then why did we invade them? We don't invade nuclear power nations. We don't bomb nuclear powered nations. We've never bombed Pakistan, Russia, China, North Korea, because a nuclear weapon is the one fucking thing preventing the Western world from raping your nation. So I know damn well they don't have a nuke, because if they fucking did, we wouldn't have done this. And I know damn well they weren't making one because it doesn't take 47 years to make one. When you're allied with Russia and China and North Korea, and you could just buy one at the nuke store. That's a joke. But like, are we that fucking stupid? Are we this fucking stupid? All right, I think we are. Time to turn to Donald Trump on Truth Social with 2 posts here. We're gonna start with this one. The United States is the largest oil producer in the world by far. So when oil prices go up, we make a lot of money. But of far greater interest and importance to me as president is stopping an evil empire, Iran, from having nuclear weapons and destroying the Middle East and indeed the world. I won't ever let that happen. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. So, hey, MAGA, is oil prices going up is good, right? You're gonna make money by your gasoline costing $9 a gallon, right? You red hat wearing fucking retards. You 77 million inferior subhuman class of vermin. You gonna cheer? You gonna cheer? Gas is more expensive, man! I'm gonna make so much fucking money! No, you're not. No, you're not. You're still gonna make $30,000 a year. You're still gonna live in a trailer park. Your parents will still be siblings. Let's be fucking honest, you toothless hicks. All right, second thing he posts is just a literal threat of death to the entire Iranian national fucking soccer team. The Iran national soccer team is welcome to the World Cup, but I really don't believe it is appropriate that they be there for their own life and safety. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Now, I know a bunch of right-wing himbos are going to be like, no, this is not a threat. This is because the Iranian women's soccer team didn't sing the national anthem when they were in Australia, and now they can't go back to Iran, otherwise they're all going to be killed. So what he's trying to do is tell the Iranian male soccer team that, like, maybe they shouldn't come, because then if they don't sing the national anthem, they're going to die. No. That is a threat of violence. That is Trump saying that if the Iranian national soccer team comes to the United States for the fucking World Cup, that we will kill them. That is what he just fucking posted. All right, this isn't really as important, but I do want to talk about the fact that Jake Paul fucking gave a speech at the recent Trump rally, and he essentially just like spewed out the most average right-wing talking points, and Trump immediately said, I think he's going to run for political office in the future, and I fully endorse him. So fucking stupid. Is this the, this is just a picture. I wish they had a video. They don't. Anyway, more here.
There's a convoy that's going to Cuba that's comprised of several organizations.
There's a flotilla that is headed towards Cuba, much like the flotilla that was headed towards Gaza. Now, you can support this. However, I will tell you, we will not allow that flotilla to land.
And also some big name people are going along with them. People like Greta Thunberg and the band Kneecap, as well as people like Hassan Piker. If you're unaware of the past...
Hassan Piker is going on the flotilla? Oh, buddy, you're not coming home. Yo, I might be the only fucking leftist streamer after that. Hassan, you're not coming home, dude. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? Holy shit.
2 months, the United States has put a blockade on Cuba from receiving any fuel, any oil, as well as putting in protective measures to punish any country that would then sell them oil. Venezuela was a primary supplier of oil, and then, you know, the United States did a coup on them, basically making it impossible for that entire...
Yo, I'm not kidding. I bet we bombed that boat. I bet we bombed that boat. We killed Greta Thunberg and Hassan Piker in one fucking swing. I'm not even kidding. I hope I'm wrong, but that's the type of shit we would do.
island to receive fuel. There are consistent blackouts, transportation is limited, and food prices are skyrocketing. Not only to mention that we've had a consistent embargo on Cuba since 1962, preventing a lot of trade that would be incredibly beneficial, as well as just like visiting and tourism in certain ways. So this convoy is not only going to bring crucial supplies, but to draw international attention to...
Say what you want, but Hassan put himself in the line for what he believes. No, it's commendable. It's also really fucking stupid, dude. People are kind of, I think that like sometimes people forget that like we're actually a fascist authoritarian dictatorship that is run by a death cult that praises a pedophile. It's absolutely commendable what he's doing, but it's also fucking suicidal.
The United States violation of international law through the Trump administration by continuing this very, very illegal and cruel blockade against Cuba. Also, I'm a part of it. I'm going to.
Oh my God, brother, you're going to. All right, listen, I wish you all the best of luck, bro, but good luck. I wish you all the best of luck. All right, we have a DOGE employee failing to explain what DEI even is.
Important income. You don't regret that people might have lost important income to support their lives?
No. I think it was more important to reduce the federal deficit from $2 trillion to close to zero.
By the way, these young motherfuckers, like this disgusting, unfuckable incel, these are the ones who literally hacked into the United States Treasury and drained our bank accounts and gave it all to Elon Musk.
No, we didn't.
This is a history of the HIV/AIDS prison movement and its legacies in the United States. My book project narrates how activists fought the convergence of HIV/AIDS and incarceration from inside and outside prisons across the Reagan through Clinton years, and argues that this organizing holds legacies in the prison abolition movement of the 1990s to today. This is one of the grants that you or Mr. Fox identified as craziest at NEH, is that right?
That's right.
Why did you identify this as one of the craziest grants?
Because it references feminist and queer insights into prison abolition and LGBTQ studies.
Any other reasons?
No.
Examining military service from the margins, the complicated service discussion series will bring together veterans and community members to examine the experiences of service members who identify themselves as female, Black, Native American, LGBTQ, or an immigrant, the dynamics, reasoning, and strength behind serving a country that does not always serve you in return. Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
You and Mr. Fox identified this as one of the craziest grants at NEH?
Yes, it appears so.
Why did you do that?
Because it explicitly says LGBTQ.
So anything that says LGBTQ, immediately fucking drained. No more money.
Do you have any history in, like, let's say, scholarly peer review?
No.
Okay. So, but this judgment call was made by you and your personal judgment combined with Justin's personal judgment to cancel grants based on DEI?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's inappropriate in any way that someone in their 20s with no experience with grants for federal government was making personal judgment calls about what grants to cancel?
Objection. No, I don't think it's inappropriate.
Okay. Why not?
Objection. I think a person can have enough judgment from reading books and being well informed outside of traditional experience to make judgment calls about obvious things like a grant that literally lists DEI in its description to know whether it violates an executive order.
I'm sorry. I'm saying books because you said books. What books would you have read that would have informed your opinion on what grants to cancel?
He doesn't read.
There were no books.
There were no Jesus fucking crap. Also, this is so clearly a closeted homosexual and a power bottom. He probably throws that shit back hardcore. This isn't really important, but Chuck Schumer had a Freudian slip here.
No one wants a nuclear war. No one wants a nuclear Israel, but we certainly don't
He meant to say a nuclear Iran, and he did come back and clarify that. I also want to show you this. Erica Kirk has been appointed to the Air Force Academy Board. That's because that bitch is CIA. And then there's a whole bunch of shit about, like, that CNN found unredacted Epstein tapes. Doesn't fucking matter. Donald Trump will never face consequences for his actions, ever. Not once. All right. That's all I got for you. If you're watching this live, you stay. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing. It helps me immensely. And do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers. Hell yeah. That's a banger. That right there is a fucking banger, gang. That's a banger. Don't forget to smash that like button and invade the subscribe button. Let's make a thumbnail. Man, I fucking missed everything. That's okay. Video's gonna be up soon. Once we make a thumbnail, that video will be up and running. Iran drones. Yeah, we'll use that one. Save image. Thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5 donation. This is episode 403. What's your favorite Italian food? Probably chicken cutlets. Love a good chicken parm. I have to shit so badly, by the way, guys. Once we finish here, I have to shit so badly. Oh my God. Hell yeah. Thank you for the $10. Hey, Chris, I've been here since Charlie got kirked. Thanks for the shit you do. Common sense, rare, even insults. I've been making videos on Insta, shitting on MAGA cultists. My last one funny as fuck. Appreciate you $10, man. Thank you very much. All right, let's get me up there. False flag incoming. There we go. That's a good one. I'll take that. FBI warns California. All right. FBI claims Iranian drone strike headed for California. Trump and MAGA are planning a false flag attack to rally Americans in support of Israel's war. Get ready for a false flag attack. Thanks for becoming a loyalist. Seems like it might be happening right now. There's a school shooting. There's a shooting reported at a synagogue. Well, all right. Drone attack on Cali. War escalating. Higher gas prices. Thanks, Donnie. All right, we got to wait for this to post, and then we're good to go. Donald Trump. There we go. I need the title in there. Yep. Publish. Publish. Donald Trump, the CIA, and Mossad. Confirmed. There we go. That's good to go. Let's make an advertisement now. Hey, so Donald Trump, the CIA, and Mossad are planning a false flag attack in California. They're claiming that the Iranians are trying to launch a drone strike on California, and then at the same time, 4 drones happen to be stolen from Fort Campbell, and then Ted Cruz, and they're all like, oh yeah, no, looks like there might be a terrorist attack on U.S. soil someday. I didn't even you. And Trump is like, I know exactly where they're coming from. I mean, these are all people who crossed over the border for under Joe Biden's presidency. Trump is so excited for this false flag attack that he's already preparing and releasing like the reason why it happened. This only happened, and it hasn't happened yet, but this will only happen because Joe Biden let in so many criminal, undocumented, illegal, terrorist, alien, murder rapists over the southern border. What else do we got here? The war is escalating. The new Ayatollah, who was just the previous Ayatollah's son. Oh, get this. So we killed the 86-year-old fucking dotard with pancreatic cancer who did not believe in nuclear weapons because they're antithetical to Islam. We replaced him with his younger, more spry, more radical son who just watched his father, mother, brother, sister, brother-in-law, children, nieces and nephews get murdered by his mortal fucking enemy. And yeah, no, we're safer now, right, MAGA? We're safer now, you red hat wearing fucking troglodytes. Gross. Anyway, I got a whole new YouTube video talking about this. It's absolutely fucking bonkers. So go check that out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell when you fucking do. New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. Let me know if I got you triggered. There's nothing I love more than triggering fucking vermin. Banger. 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 Let's get that fucker uploaded. Wipe your phone if you spit on it? I will. $2. Lou allegedly played video of Kash Patel and Trump. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. You remember to stay whimsical, gang. You gotta stay whimsical. Can you sing an Italian bedtime song? Sure. Oh, pepperoni, how much I love you. Oh, sopressada, how much I wanna. For free baloney, will you blow me? That's all I got. I remember that one. Daddy was putting me to sleep singing that. Great song. Is this about meat? A little bit. All right, title, new episode of the Valenti VOD. public, related video, that one. Upload. Now I gotta get it on Instagram. Who's sleeping to this? Chat is wild. Dad would come in and go, "Are you ready to go to sleep, son?" I said, "Yes, father." And he'd go, "Oh, pepperoni, how much I love you." Immediately I go, fucking asleep, sound asleep after hearing the pepperoni song. I mean, who couldn't? Who couldn't? Who couldn't sleep to hearing the pepperoni song? Views on pineapple on pizza? Ban that guy. I'm just kidding. Don't. But put him in the corner for 60 seconds so he knows that I mean it. New episode of the Valenti VOD on YouTube. You got an Olive Garden ad during that singing? I believe it. I believe it. Hey, mamba, mamba, daddy, hey, mamba. Where is the girly pop merch? The art is done. The art has been sent to Avi, and he is now creating it. You fuck off. You fuck off. I don't see a false flag fooling the majority of Gen Z. Yeah, no, it's just going to spark the Second American Civil War because we're all going to know that you just murdered Americans in the name of Israel on American soil and lied about it. So yeah, no, it's not going to work. How the fuck do you trill your R's? I'm Italian. Dio dammi la serenità di eccitare, le cose che non posso cambiare, il coraggio di cambiare le cose che posso, e le sarghezzette capirne le differenza. In nome di Padre e di Spirito Santo. Yeah, booty shorts and crop tops that say "Commie Mommy." It's gonna be great. Right on the ass, "Commie Mommy." Why is Erica Kirk anywhere near our government? She has always been a part of the United States government. She was picked up by Trump early. She is a CIA agent. The weight loss is real. You look good, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We love commie merch. Big fan of communist merch. Thought you had to shit? Of course I have to shit. Been holding it in this whole time. As soon as I get this shit uploaded, I'm gone. Was October 7th a false flag? And if so, how? Yes, Israel allowed October 7th to happen. They wanted it to happen. They needed an excuse. And then on top of that, once hostages started being taken, it is now confirmed. This is not conspiracy. Israel bombed its own fucking people so that A, the death toll would be higher, and B, Israel has this doctrine where it's like, you're better off dead than being taken hostage. So the majority of the people who died on October 7th were killed by Israel. Israel killed their own people. Manufactured consent for the genocide they committed. What is this? False flag incoming? I know. Just made a whole video about it. The fuck is this? What if a serious incident going on in Temple, Israel? You gotta be fucking kidding me. They don't even try anymore, dude. Suspect drove a vehicle into the building before opening fire. You can't even, dude, this is so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious, dude. They don't even attempt, the CIA doesn't even attempt to make it believable anymore. Yeah, and people act like Palestinians weren't being murdered before October 7th. Unfucking believable. Why won't that video I just filmed post on Instagram? Oh, never mind. Right when I said that, I posted. Good to go. Good to go. I hope Nintendo sues the ever-loving fuck out of them. It's the United States government, bro. They'll just print the money. They don't care. They do not care. You could sue them all you fucking want. They don't care. What do you think, Nintendo can play ball with the United States government? And I know one of you was going to go, Chris doesn't know anything about Nintendo lawyers. You think Nintendo's lawyers can combat the weight of the United States Department of Justice under a fascist authoritarian dictator? Really? Really? They can't. They can't. They can't. All right, let's see. Do we have anything new? Any news right now? Doesn't seem like there's any real breaking news other than that attack at the synagogue. Chris, take your dump? I will. I will. Jesus Christ. Americans are so pathetic. There's also an attack at a synagogue in Norway. Wow, Mossad really is pulling all the strings all at once, huh? Good for them. Good for them.
This active scene is specifically at Temple Israel in
Really? All the names of the temples? Many different names of many different synagogues. And the name of the temple is Temple Israel? Okay.
Michigan right there. So we did want to share that with you. According to our Fox 2 Detroit team, Walnut Lake Road, that is where the scene is, and this is in West Bloomfield. So we're going to raise the audio and listen in to our Fox 2 Detroit team.
Luigi's about to go crazy. There's a dog in the hallway.
Above this airspace.
That does kind of explain why Skyfox was moving away from the scene. The last images we saw from Skyfox before the chopper had to evacuate the flight zone, the area, airspace above what is Temple Israel, was more emergency vehicles arriving. Initially, we saw at least a couple of police cars. We saw one EMS truck, one fire truck, but then at the end, I had counted 5 police cars before Skyfox was on the way out. So it did appear that there were more officers arriving on the scene.
So the little bit of information that we do have, West Bloomfield schools, Bloomfield Hills schools are in secure mode due to this situation. Also, the no-fly zone is why our chopper shot was interrupted. We had to move away from the scene just to clear, because that's what the authorities are telling us to do. Also, Jewish organizations throughout Metro Detroit, I believe, are in a protocol to be cautious of this situation as it continues to develop. Now, when a situation happens like this and our country is in the middle of conflict like we are, it is going to have national ramifications with what is happening at that synagogue in West Bloomfield right now.
Yeah, what I think is going to be a big question answered is there a connection to
is this the false flag you called, Chris? No, this is just leading up to it. You know, like it's going to be multiple. They're going to build up to the big one. You know, this is going to be a couple of people dead. There's going to be a couple of people dead somewhere else. They're going to slowly kill a couple of people, and then they're going to have the big attack.
Active shooter situation and all that smoke that we saw.
Right.
I mean, your brain can try to connect the dots in many different ways, but what was initially told to us is that there's an active shooter situation at Temple Israel. We got a live shot of it. We started seeing smoke billowing from out of the roof in 2 different spots, and then we started seeing smoke billowing out of the front door. So, you know, is there a connection with that? We will learn more as we get more information coming in, but it does seem that there's a couple different things happening here.
Yeah, and the fire trucks is on the scene. We saw them deploy their ladders as their effort in getting into the building.
We'll connect with Scott
on the way to protocol. Stopped in that area. Is this live or tape?
You that the lockdown
This is live.
of my son's high school, which is the Frankel Jewish Academy, housed at the Jewish Community Center. The lockdown.
What do you think the big attack is going to be? A drone attack somewhere in California. They're going to hit some sort of libtard state.
A little while ago and said that FBI agents are in the building, protecting, making sure that everybody's safe. In terms of facts, I don't want to, as you just stated very clearly, I don't want to spread rumors. I don't want to say anything that...
Sure. Rabbi, I think we may have lost you there for a moment, but I think your message stands very clear. I think the rabbi is simply saying, look, he also is following the same thing that we're following, which is we report what we know. And in a situation like this, there's a lot of fear. And clearly right away, people start reporting what they think they may have heard. But what is the truth right now is that we know that nobody that we know of was hurt. That is confirmed. We know that the kids that were nearby or in there have been removed, and that they're going to be okay as well. They're waiting for their parents to pick them up in another location. But in the meantime, the question that does remain at this hour is, who was this person and where are they now? There are some media outlets reporting that this person has been shot. We are not going to report that until we get express confirmation from sheriff's deputies and from investigators on the scene. So we're waiting and watching for that. And Marielle Lou is with us as well here in Studio A. And Marielle, as you've been covering this for the last few hours now, you understand how important it is, because when you look at social media, people say, didn't you hear, didn't you hear? And we got to kind of put the phone and go like that and say, wait a minute, let's figure out what we know right now.
Very important, especially at a time like this when there's so much fear in the community, to just be able to take a step back and to just look at the facts as they are, and then as more information comes into the newsroom, that's what you will get from us, and you can count on us here at Fox 2 to do that every time. We do still have the rabbi.
He's back on the phone, Rabbi. Rabbi Shalom Cantor, we lost you there for a moment. Glad you're with us.
Did you just say Rabbi Shalom? That cannot be his name. That cannot be his name. Please tell me you were just saying shalom to the rabbi. Please tell me that.
You were saying, talking and reflecting with us a little bit about how you don't want to speculate, but what is it that you do know right now in terms of those loved ones and those friends, family members, those in the community that are accounted for? Have you talked to people who are affected by this personally?
So my son is which is housed at the Jewish Community Center. They've been on lockdown until about 20 minutes ago, when the lockdown was lifted, but they still have a lockout, meaning that nobody's in or nobody's out of the building. The FBI has a presence there, as do other police officer organizations, to protect and secure the building.
Thank you for the $5.
I do know that
there's no fucking shot his name is Rabbi Shalom. There's no way that his name is Rabbi Shalom. Oh my God. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. We have been taken over. We have been taken over. What the fuck?
the children have been evacuated, as you've already reported. But beyond that, I don't have any specific information. I talked to, let me say, I did talk to two grandparents, two of my congregants who have children grandchildren who attend the preschool, and both have reported that they have news that their grandchildren are okay.
I do want to report that we
listen. Here's the thing, guys: is Israel is willing to shoot Jews in the foot over this, right? It's not like the fucking people who are at temple in this fucking synagogue deserve this shit. It's not like Jews in America deserve this shit. It's not like Jews anywhere fucking deserve this shit. But Israel is literally willing to sacrifice Jews in order to expand their Zionist project. And now you're gonna see increased levels of anti-Semitism. You're gonna see people blaming fucking Jewish people for this shit. Meanwhile, the Jewish religion, like these are Jews in Michigan. What do you think? They're fucking connected to Israel? I'm sure maybe a couple of them are, but like, dude, I'm from New York. You know how many Jews I know? Jews who were born in Brooklyn, Jews who have never been to Israel, and they're the ones who were being fucking blamed for the evil shit that the Israelis are fucking doing?
I've now confirmed that the shooter in this situation is dead, taken down by security there at the church. This is according to police. So we have now confirmation that the person who was responsible, according to investigators, and trying to do this, whatever it is this person was trying to do, the violence.
$50 they're going to say was an Iranian named like Mahmoud.
And killed. And so that now we've confirmed the shooter in this situation is dead. That confirmation coming to us here in the 2 o'clock hour.
Okay.
So, Rabbi, yeah, you were, go ahead.
What else can I add? So in terms of facts, I can't give you any more than you already have.
Here's what we're asking now, Rabbi, if I may, because the shooter in this situation dead, that coming into the newsroom now, but that does not necessarily ease the fear in the Jewish community right now, just on a human level. Can you explain to us what is in the hearts and minds of so many Jewish Americans who certainly feel like there has been an increase in attacks, an increase in hatred, not just coming from afar, but right here at home?
It is petrifying at times. It also brings people together, and it gives us a sense that we together can get through this. But there is no question that there is an elevated level of fear, and following this, I'm sure that there will be many more levels of fear and a need for increased security on many different levels. That will be both visible security and things that won't be visible to the naked eye, but things that we know about that will be instituted at, I'm guessing, many of the different institutions around the community and probably around the nation to a large extent. People are nervous, and people ask all kinds of questions about, is it safe to show my identity outwardly? Can I wear a outward sign, whether it is a head covering, a yarmulke or a kippah, or some sort of necklace?
I can't hold my shit in any longer. I'm sorry. I have to go poop. All right, guys, that's it. That's it for today's stream. Maybe I'll have another video for you later, but I gotta go. Daddy's got a shit out of his butt. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, helps me immensely. You guys are all beautiful. Don't forget to donate to the channel. Don't forget to become patrons. Don't forget to buy merch. Don't forget to become a member by clicking the join button. You have a good one, guys. I love you. I love you. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Have a good one. Later.